Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, welcome to our workshop for beginner. Only half day, quick guide. And I, as an instructor, your instructor Puan Azura Ishak, you can call me Puan Azura. So, okay, before we proceed how to use SPSS, okay, I will recall back about the statistic. Okay, what is it, the statistic? You should know first the basic of statistic before we use SPSS. Right, statistic, we can divide by two types. Okay, first is descriptive and the second one is inferential, which we know that descriptive is presenting, organizing and summarizing data. Meanwhile, inferential statistic is for drawing conclusion about a population based on data observed in a sample. Right? So actually, we use SPSS. We are focused on inferential statistic, which we will test hypothesis. Okay, in our research. Right? But what is it? How to identify variables actually? How to identify variables? Right. Before we identify the variables, you should know which the data. It can be categorized by two types. Okay, categorical and numerical. The categorical, for example, marital status, political party, eye color, which we can define as categories. Okay, marital status, whether you married or not. Okay, eye color, blue, chocolate, black, and others. Political party, maybe you are party A, B, C, right? Meanwhile, numerical, we can divide by two, discrete and continuous. For example, for discrete is the number of children, okay, defect per hour, it is counted items, okay, which as a simple, I can see that discrete don't have any, what we call some decimal point. Meanwhile, continuous, it includes decimal point, alright? For example, weight, voltage, and others, alright? Okay, data, we can divide by four categories. First is ratio. This is a hierarchy of data. Ratio data, okay, for example, height, age, weekly food spending. Interval data, it is seems like ratio, but the differences between measurement but not through zero. Okay, ratio data is through zero exists. For example, temperature in Fahrenheit, standardized exam score. Other ordinal data, once we call as audit categories, so this we call as ordinal data. For example, quality ratings, student letter grades, right? And the last one is nominal. It is in categories. Okay, ordinal and nominal is categories, but ordinal is ranking, ordered. Meanwhile, nominal is not ordering or any direction. For example, marital status, gender, type of car, okay, and others. Right. So this is the flow chart of selecting commonly used statistical tests. Right. I will explain it later in detail, but this is the picture of commonly used statistical tests. Okay, how can you select the statistical test? Okay, alright, to analyze the data using SPSS. Okay, this actually is for inferential data only, inferential statistic only. Yeah. Okay, this is an example of research title or topics about mathematics attitude and achievement of FTSM students, which, let's say, we have 5 objectives. Okay, determine mathematics attitude, mathematics achievement, investigate gender differences in mathematics attitude and achievement, investigate race differences in mathematics attitude and achievement, and determine relationship between attitudes toward mathematics and achievement in mathematics. Okay, now we want to determine, okay, which you have to use descriptive or inferential, but you should know first, okay, what is it, the variables, okay, that I mean using in this research, and you should know what type of data, okay, in this research, right? Based on objective, you can list the variables, you can identify the type of data, and based on each objective, you can determine whether this statistic is descriptive or inferential. Okay, because it is very important. If inferential, you should use statistical test. Okay, whether t-test, ANOVA, right, Pearson, and others. Okay. Okay, based on the objective we discussed before, you should know that you have to remember. Okay, the questionnaire that you did before should be tally with the objectives. Okay, otherwise the data is not valid, right? Okay, so if all of the previous things that I explained before, it's clear, so you can proceed using SPSS. Okay, we take 5 first, then I will proceed on using SPSS. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.